There are very few things more painful than being betrayed by a friend, especially a very close friend. It happened to me once. May sinabi akong sikreto sa isang tao na akala ko kaibigan. It was a kind of information that you laugh about in private, but ayaw mong malaman ng iba because they might form a negative impression of you. Well, I was surprised one day, all my friends were teasing me about my secret. How could they have found out? Alam na. A good friend is someone you can share your life story with. That person knows every aspect of who you are, warts and all. Relationships are built on trust, and very close friendships are built over time by the growing trust for each other as they share stories and experiences. Of course, it's a huge risk. You reveal more about yourself to a very close friend than what you're willing to share to most people, believing that your friend will keep your secrets too. Kaya kapag nalaman ng iba yung mga sikreto mo, dahil kinekwento ng friend mo, ay nako, napakasakit, di ba? And when a close friend betrays you, what do? Jesus himself was betrayed by someone close to him. And what he did in response was quite surprising. You see, during the time Jesus was doing his ministry on earth, he created a lot of powerful enemies, particularly the leaders of the religious establishment. And at one point, his enemies became determined to eliminate him. They bribed Judas, one of Jesus' disciples, to betray him. Jesus knew all about it, and he knew it meant he was about to die. And yet, in the book of John, this was how he responded. After saying these things, Jesus was troubled in his spirit and testified, "Truly, truly, I say to you, one of you will betray me." The disciples looked at one another, uncertain of whom he spoke. One of his disciples, whom Jesus loved, was reclining at the table at Jesus' side. So Simon Peter motioned to him to ask Jesus of whom he was speaking. So that disciple, leaning back against Jesus, said to him, "Lord, who is it?" Jesus answered, "It is he to whom I will give this morsel of bread when I have dipped it." So when he had dipped the morsel, he gave it to Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot. Then after he had taken the morsel, Satan entered into him. Jesus said to him, "What you are going to do quickly." As part of Jewish custom during the Passover meal, it was supposed to be a mark of honor when the host of a dinner offers a morsel of bread dipped in bitter herbs to a person he's dining with. When Jesus offered that morsel to Judas, who most probably sat next to him, it was as if Jesus was telling Judas, "You are important to me," or "I honor you." It was perhaps a final effort to convince Judas not to do what he was about to do, aware of the eternal consequences of that betrayal. And still, Jesus respected Judas' decision. Everything was set for Jesus' eventual trial and crucifixion. While there may be close friends who betray us, and while that betrayal can be painful, we can look at the example of Jesus on how to respond. We should refuse to hate them. Let us continue to accept them in our dinner table. Let us continue to honor them as friends. While we do not have to give them our full trust anymore, it would be good for us to be free from the hate and the hardening of hearts that we feel when betrayed. Instead of hate, let us still love the friend who betrayed us. The Lord is just, and let Him take care of setting things right. As you learn to forgive and extend your hand to the person who betrays you, faith matters too.